I'd like to say good morning here because in China here is 8 a.m. So, I want to share the conversation I had with two Indonesian girls last night. Last night I was washing my dishes while talking to other people. I found doing that so relieving and very relaxing. Yeah, it feels like I'm talking to my close friends or families. Those sharings are so effortless. So I enjoy doing that. I think I will do more in the near future, and you can try it as well. Yeah, find a stranger to talk about anything, about your life, about their life. Yeah, that's super amazing. So anyway, I talked with them, and the first girl I talked to, she was really talkative and very outgoing and down to earth. And the second girl, the conversation with her was more impressive to me. So she talked about her major. She said her current major is banking. And then I asked her what she was interested in, and she told me that is psychology. And I asked her if she wanted to pursue a further study on psychology, or maybe she could consider obtaining a second degree on psychology. And she said no, probably not, because she is about to graduate very soon, next year. So yeah, she doesn't have enough time to do that. And then I asked her, what would you like to do about your love and your interest in and your passion in psychology? And she said maybe later, after she made money, she would continue studying in psychology. And I was like, wow, that's cool. So why did you choose banking as your major? And she said, actually, it was because of her parents. Her parents told her that banking is very practical, because after graduation she could easily find a job. So yeah. And when I heard this, I felt so familiar with it, because I told people exactly the same thing a few years ago when I was asked why I chose finance. Well, what I genuinely interested in is spirituality, mentality, humanity, all sorts of stuffs about human being. And I just said exactly the same thing. But at the time, I had no idea what finance was and what it means to me. I just chose it. I feel okay, I like making money. I think money is really important, so I just wanted to know how to make more money. And this is something that I thought about, when I decided to choose finance as my major. And then after a few years of studying, I realized the biggest gift I received from that 4 year of study was my friends, that my best friend I got. Yeah, so it's but it's not a waste of time though. Yeah, because I studied how to do all sorts of things in finance. I got the knowledge, even though I forgot most of them. But anyway, I think it's kind of the time and the courses I studied in that university and in that place, all shaped me who I am today. It shaped my thinking pattern. It shaped my personality. Yeah, so it's all about my past experiences, and it's all becoming part of myself. So I'm still grateful for that experience. I will never think that it's a waste of a time because right now I'm doing exactly different things. Yeah, it's just a part of me. It makes me a better person. I'm so thankful to that experience, especially the people I met there. And I remember during the 4 years, I studied and I did a lot of things that I enjoy doing. I enjoy singing. So during that period of time, I attended so many different singing competitions and I won some prizes. I felt so happy, really. And at that time, I was really confused about my life, about my future. I didn't know where to go, what I should do in the future, but life was still very peaceful. The 3 years I spent in the university, but not the first year because the first year was still confusing, disappointing, and frustrating to me. Like I was really stressful because I didn't have very good relationship with my dorm mates, but from the second year, things started to change, like started to improve a lot. So the next 3 years was really good, was fantastic. I was so relaxed and so peaceful and doing exactly what I enjoy doing. Yeah. While enjoying my friendship, Yeah, that's wonderful. And actually, at that time, I didn't know that that was the only period of time that I could enjoy in my 20s because later after I graduated, life started to become a hell. Yeah, I think I'm not exaggerating here. It's really a hell. I remember in a half year over 2015, like things just went south after I graduated. Like the day I remember after I left my dorm, I cried. I cried like a baby because I know like I would never live the life that I used to live. I used to enjoy, my three best friends. I might not be able to see them as often as I used to anymore. So I know, yeah, life would change immediately. So that day, I remember I put all my luggages onto the car. I remember that is the taxi, yeah. So I just put all my luggages and then I just sent a message because I was the last person who left my dorm. So I just sent a message to the group and I said, like, I'm so sad and blah, blah, blah. Like, I really, really don't want to leave and I miss you guys so much. And then my dorm mates, my best friends, they just sent messages to comfort me and they just said like, I wish you all the best and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so I was so impressed about that day and what happened. Yeah, I will always remember. Even now, when I think back, I still feel so warm-hearted, yeah. And then after August, I went to a new city, to start my work. Actually, that work was quite decent because it's a state-owned company. It's the Fortune 500. Yeah. So, yeah, I was like, okay, I'm gonna start a new chapter and everything's gonna be all right. But it was not. It was quite opposite. Life started to become a hell. Yeah, because as I said before, I was not interested in finance or anything about that at all. So after I joined the company, that was the insurance company. So after I joined this company, I started to do everything related to insurance, related to number. And then I was like, what am I doing? I feel like I'm dying. I'm rotting inside. Yeah, I feel like my body is like was decaying day by day. I don't know where my future holds and I just feel like this is not right. And I remember in November and December, I started to become so depressed every single day. I was taking the bus to go to work and I wish I could stay on the bus forever. I don't want to go to a company. Because once I sit in a company, life is just like a hell. Yeah, I hate everything there. I hate the environment. I hate the numbers. I hate every work. I hate people there. Every single thing make me feel stressed and hopeless, So, yeah, like it was so miserable, really. I just felt so miserable. But luckily, next year I got an opportunity from the friend I had, I met before. So he asked me if I wanted to, join the company and start doing the job. And I said yes. And then after 1 year, I finally resigned. I finally end my hell like life and my miserable life. Yeah, and I went back to my hometown. I started my life there, and I thought, okay, finally things are gonna be better. No, absolutely not. I'm still on my way of pursuing, like seeking for my identity. So actually in the last I think, yeah, in the last of 10 years, I've been spending time like pursuing my career goal, and most importantly, who I am, what I really wanted in my life, and yeah, what can make me genuinely happy. So I spent 10 years pursuing my identity. So like what I said in the last chapter, like, yeah, it's a long time. It takes so long and so much effort to know your true identity. And I think it's becoming a cliche that everybody says that, like, you have to be true to yourself, or you have to find your identity. Yeah, people always say that, but like there are so few people that are literally doing the thing, like, doing whatever they want and pursuing their true identity. Yeah, easy say than done. Yeah, honestly. So 10 years, is it worth it? I guess so. Yeah. Even though it means like so many times of heartbroken, so many times of like feel life is like so torturing, feel like and meeting, like being faced with so many difficulties and troubles, so many times feels like, okay, this might be the end of the world and I will never ever blah blah blah, there were so many times like that. And even now I still feel the same way, because recently I've been losing my sleep and I woke up in the middle of the night, and I think it's because I was so like under so much stress. Yeah, and luckily last night I had a very good sleep. I think it was because I finally feel more relaxed and more peaceful. Yeah, like once I get any like tiny stress, no matter how tiny it is, like just a little bit stress can make me so stressed out, and so like, my body would get heavy, and there would be like, how to say that, like a tightness on my chest, and immediately my body would react to that. I think this kind of a reacting mode is a price I paid for the last 10 years of pursuing my identity. Because if I live in a stable life, if I never ever think about like my identity and what I really want, just to follow what other people tell me to do, live in a 9 to 5 daily job, I would never experience this. But I think when I get older, I will regret. I would definitely regret. So I still think all the things are worth it. I'm still trying to, create the life that I want. I think I'm halfway successful. I mean, yeah, till this moment, I've already achieved a lot of things. Yeah, I become who I am, like who I wanted to be. Yeah, I'm doing exactly the same, the thing that I enjoy, I imagine myself could do, So I feel so proud of myself, but I still feel sorry about myself because I experienced something that other people can never experience, those hardships, like problems, difficulties, and tortures from life, from other people as well. I experienced so much things. Yeah, I can talk for forever about what I experienced in the past, but yeah. So everyone, I think everyone is living can sometimes feel like I'm living in hell. Like everybody, no matter how successful you are, you will always experience that. But I would rather experience it earlier than later. Yeah, I don't want my older life like to be something that I always reminisce in the past, and I always think, what if I did something and
will life become different, blah, blah, blah. No, I don't want to do that. I want to fight for myself and just to see where I can get to, and if I can really, really, turn my life to what I genuinely want. So I'm still on the way, and I think you are also doing this, and yeah. I don't want to say let's cheer up, but let's just do our best and blah blah blah. I like, it's so cliche. I don't want to do that. It's just something that, I don't know. It feels like, ooh, I don't want to be that way. I just want to say, I understand. I feel the same way. I just wish you all the best. And let's see what will happen in the future. Okay, thank you so much for the listening. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.